I picked out my outfit and I looked through all my hats and I didn't feel like I had a hat that went with this. I don't know. I don't know. My other option. I don't know. Maybe this is the one. Yeah. Okay. I mean, if nothing else, I feel like I'm taking it back from whatever that tea party was that just happened in D.C. Uh-huh. A little bit of a little bit of a there. Um Friends, I haven't played a gig yet. It's 2021 and we're almost through the first week of it and I have not played a gig. So here's a gig. Welcome to my gig. I wore a hat. It has to be a gig, right? It's not really going to be a gig because it's sort of me just practicing. I hope that's okay. I hope you'll be practicing along with me because, again, I'm thinking of this as a session. It's a session supplement. It's a pandemic session supplement. Feel free to get out your guitar, ukulele, mandolin, balalaika, bagpipes, whatever you got. Play along. I'll try and remember to tell you what key things are in. I'm going to structure this a little bit like anybody who's played with me knows I'm a goofball when it comes to set lists. I don't like a set list, but I do like having something to urge it on. We did a gig. Adam will remember. We did a gig at the Jackson County Library when it had just refurbished itself into its grand, brand new, spanking, glorious, renovated courthouse. We did a gig that was entirely alphabetical. It was beautiful. I could do that. But instead, I got a pack of cards. I got a pack of cards I've made that over the years, it's genres. The major categories are things like Irish and jazz and North American song, North American fiddle tunes, and then just sort of wider the world, and then subdivisions of those 5 major categories. I'm talking too much. Let's play some tunes. So, first card. Bang. So yeah, this is North American fiddle tune on the raggier side. So yeah, time to get the gut bucket out and thump on it a little. I'm going to play the 12th Street Rag, which is probably inadvisable if this is actually a gig because I'm liable to mess it up. For those of you following along at home, I'm going to switch some keys. I'm going to switch keys from sequence to sequence. It'll probably go from C to D, back to C, to B flat, back to C, and end. If I manage it, let's see. I may fall off the trapeze and bounce in the big net underneath. There is a net. It's called the internet. Who cares? I'm just a content provider here, baby. I'm working hard in the mines for YouTube. Oh, you know how it starts, right? It starts. Yeah. The 12th Street Rag. I think. I think. It wasn't Louis Armstrong, but it was me. Pick another card? Let's do it. What's that say? Sorry, it's backwards for me on my screen. North American Fiddle. Other regional. All right, so my cards. Do I get into this? Is this important? I don't know. There's a card for North American Fiddle Southern, which is where I used to pretty much dwell thematically. There's one for North American Fiddle Yankee, which I'm trying to bring myself up to speed in. And then there's the one we did just now that said Raggier. And then other regional could be tunes from Montana. I mean, polkas from the Great Lakes. That would be a good one. I think Cajun goes in this category. And also French Canadian. Cajun, French Canadian. You know the connection, right? I don't have to go into that. Let's do one. Yeah, okay. I have not played... Yeah, Key A. It's called The Joys of Quebec. Quebec. The Joys Québécoises. It's The Pretty Girls of Quebec. And I'm doing a version based on one of the earliest recordings of it. I've taken the last. There's a third part that happens once. It's not repeated twice like the others. The third part is even weirder on the record. I ironed it out a little bit. My apologies to the authentic folk. The hidebound. So here we go. Hey! I used to play that a lot in the metro, the subways of Montreal. So I don't know. I have played it for the Quebecois, and they did not rise up and beat me. So I don't know if it's authentic, but it's mine. Oh, speaking of which, next card. So wider world Jewish. Yeah, I always feel like I kind of let this part of my repertoire drop a little bit living in the South, which is a shame. Great, amazing stuff, which, you know, when you're playing on the streets of New York, yeah, that is a homeland of klezmer. Oh my God. This is not classic New York klezmer. This is something I just worked up finally after loving this piece forever. I just did it for my Christmas album because it is technically a Hanukkah song, although it is not the usual joyful. I don't know if you know this, but most Jewish holidays are rather solemn. You know, they do celebrate the culture, but the culture has been downtrodden for quite a while. So most of the holidays are they're, if they're not outright sad, they are usually at least solemn. Hanukkah is usually the, oh goody, we get to maybe, you know, have tinsel around the place. There are all sorts of thoughts on that too, you know, the classic war on Christmas. I'm sure there's a certain amount of war on Hanukkah. My point being, this is a solemn tune, which is surprising to some. I did not know that it was a Hanukkah tune until kind of recently. I just knew it was pretty. Oh, and it's going to be annoying to play along with. The whole first sequence is up to me, and it's slow and abstract. There's a little dancey bit at the end, but even that's a little crooked. So I don't know. Have fun if you want. Yeah, I don't get to play things like that very often. Specifically contemplative. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Next. All right. Next card, Jug Band song. Do I need to explain what a jug band song is? Do I need to explain jug band? Nah, man. It is not the slow, lingering, longering blues. It is peppy and definitely descended of the minstrel era, but also just kind of gritty and punk rock. Like, it is. Next step is jazz once they can afford better instruments and a couple of lessons. Yeah, punk rock, total jug band. I've been doing this lately at sessions, and people have enjoyed it, I think. So I'm going to do the Peacock Rag, which is in D, and it's the B part, the second part of the fiddle tune, goes to a B chord right off the bat, which is a little odd. I think it's B, E, and then sort of back into your usual. Again, my apologies. I'm not a strummer. I don't know things like this very well. All right. Yeah. Man came to my door was last Saturday morn. He asked me was my wife at home. I said she was long gone. He packed his wagon up to my door and took everything I had. Oh, brought it on back to the furniture store, and Lord, I did feel sad. Can any man do now when dealing with the furniture man? You can stand up for show, but if you got no dough, the sheriff's gonna take your hand. He'll take anything from an ugly plant to a skillet or a frying pan. If there ever was a devil born without any horns, it must have been a furniture man. On my head. I just realized. That's funny. All right. Hey, Furniture Man. I love that song. All about the repo man, basically. Okay. So, next card. And yeah, I did a whole statistical breakdown because the internet is real it's real forthcoming with data as far as the types of tunes that people put on albums, that people perform. Reels and jigs and hornpipes and polkas and slip jigs and slides and the occasional mazurka and O'Carolyn tunes. There's march ups. Shush. Be quiet, Ian. My point being, hornpipes and polkas are not related, but as far as just how often you hear them. If there's one card that has both hornpipes and polkas, it just means I won't rehearse so many of them that I stint my reels and jigs. Because you got to have your reel and jig workouts. It's like arm day and leg day. Yeah, I need reel day and jig day. And then hornpipes and polkas. I'm just going to play you some polkas. I'm not going to play any hornpipes right now. This is a great set that I'm thinking about, and it's for Mike Kabanich. He is the person who put these back in my head because he is a mandolin player, and he rightly thinks this is a great set because the band that put these tunes together as a set had a great mandolin player. And I grew up with this recording, and it had a lot to do with shifting me, because I was being a pissy little classical violin student. I was whiny. I was a teenager, and I didn't want to do it anymore. But these fiddle tunes were some of the ones that got me out of my funk and into something else, funkier. Right, okay, so key of D, the first two polkas will be in D, and the third one will be in A, if I do it right. Good. They're so good. They're really good. And there's no fiddle player in the band. like I say, this cassette tape that my lovely cousins from North Carolina lent me, dubbed for me, gave me, that I stole, I don't remember, had no fiddle player in it, and yet it totally made me want to play the fiddle. And you can almost tell that the way I play it is very old-timey, like Appalachian. Like I stir that and throw rhythm on it in a very, I think, American way. Okay, those three tunes are called Leather Away the Wattle, which is just as dirty as it sounds, Ballyvorney, and the last one is actually, oh, it's called Cooley. It's just they spell it in the Irish manner, and that orthography is insane. I have no idea how anyone knows how to pronounce that. It's worse than French. Excuse me. It's a Wren boy polka. So it's something that the Wren boys danced to, going door to door, sort of the Christmas trick or treat. It was a wassailing tune, essentially. And it's on my new Christmas album. Go check it out on Ian Moore Plays Fiddle at bandcamp.com. Arise and Go is my new Christmas album. And I don't know, it's not so Christmassy that you're going to hate me forever for playing Christmas music out of season. Let's pick another card. Blues song. It's funny, I always feel shy about just doing the blues because it's very simple, but it's not. I don't know how to explain this. You know what it is? It's that I now live in a classic rock guitar, like electric guitar community, venue, milieu. Yes, that's a great word for it. It is a regional thing here of white flight into black styles, and it just makes me feel kind of weird because, of course, I am a white boy, and the blues is not necessarily mine. George Carlin has a really great thing on that. Onwards and upwards. I want to do a very honky tonk blues number, which I may remember all the words to. No, I don't, but I'm going to do it anyway. Pretty simple. I'm going to do it in G, right? There ain't nobody home but me. Bring it on home to my house, honey. I want your company. Well, a nickel is a nickel and a dime is a dime. Papa wanna love you, but you won't give him time. Bring it on home to my house, honey. Ain't nobody home but me. Bring it on home to my house, honey. Ain't nobody home but me. Bring it on home to my house, honey. I want your company. Oh, I got a gal, she's 6 feet tall. She's asleep in the kitchen with her feet in the hall. Bring it on home to my house, honey. Ain't nobody home but me. house, honey. Won't you come home to me? Bring it on home to my house, honey. I need your company. Well, a tomcat sitting on a railroad track. Yeah, he hollered at the mama, and the mama hollered back off. Bring it on home to my house, honey. Ain't nobody home but me. What's my deal? I'm dissing white boys doing the blues. Let me be clearer about that. I feel historically that musicians have their hearts in the right place. I feel that musicians look at other musicians and go, wow, what's that thing you're doing? That's cool. And so, yeah, you had white musicians seeing what black folks were doing and going, oh my goodness, this is an art form that is happening here and now. This is not British, Irish, Scottish fiddle tunes. This is not the music hall songs from London. This is something that is being born on this continent. We want to be a part of it. And then they started doing it, and they started getting paid to do it, and white audiences were very excited about it, and suddenly they're doing it, and black folks ain't. Black folks ain't getting paid for it. And over and over and over and over and over again we see it. Whether it's Elvis, over and over. And that's the deal. It seems to me that this begins on a ground level where musicians are fascinated by each other and they work together and they make a thing. And then the culture, maybe not even through evil, but merely by neglecting to pay attention, they just wind up rewarding the people they want to invite into the mainstream. That's all. That last tune, which I barely remembered, is it's a blues as brought to us by Bob Wills and his Texas Playboys. The light crust doughboys. I mean, yeah, white boys like me. Who decided, let's take this hillbilly act and make it jazzy. Let's make it swing. That's what's getting the money. And they did kind of amazing things. Like, here's this weird hillbilly Texas band with some of the first electric slide guitar. They did a cover of Duke Ellington's You Must Take the A Train. Like, they wanted to represent, and it was great. And just a little uncomfortable. Like, it's important to remember that it was uncomfortable, that it is currently uncomfortable. All right. More about that, I'm sure, at another time. Next card. Old time song. Olden times song. So like Victorian era? Civil War? Before? After? Let's do a Stephen Foster tune. Now we're talking. Here's an interesting white guy. Never once set foot in the South. I think maybe he went to Kentucky once, but already he was a well-known author of minstrel songs. So he took the persona of the plantation slave, the black plantation slave, and put words in that mouth. And yeah, some of them are clownish and goofy. Some of them are pretty dang heartfelt and demonstrate pathos, demonstrate, hey, this is my sympathetic narrator. This is my character I want you to have sympathy with. So once again, was he giving voice or was he stealing voice? This next song doesn't really come with that baggage, I don't think. This was not a minstrel song. Let's do Hard Times. And yeah, I tend to forget the words. I also do it in G, which I have trouble singing in. So let's see. Oh, this could work badly. Let's do it in C. Let's do it in D. That makes better sense. All right. Solemn. Let's get some solemn regard on, I'm saying. All right? All right. Let us pause in life's pleasures and count its many tears, while we all sup sorrow with the poor. There's a song that will linger forever in our ears. Whoa, hard times come again no more. It's the song and the sigh of the weary. Whoa, hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered all around my cabin door. Whoa, hard times come again no more. We seek mirth and beauty and laughter light and gay. There are frail forms fainting at the door. Although their voices are silent, their pleading looks must say, whoa, hard times come again no more. It's the song and the sigh of the weary. Whoa, hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered all around my cabin door. Whoa, hard times come again no more. There's a pale drooping maiden who toils her life away with a worn heart whose better days are o'er. Although her voice should be singing, she sighs both night and day. Whoa, hard times come again no more. It's the song and the sigh of the weary. Whoa, hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered all around my cabin door. Aw, man. Did you hear that? I just switched back to G, which is the key that I normally do it in. Wow, that was bad. It's a sigh that we're here now above the troubled wave. It's the cry that is echoed from the shore. It's the dirge that is sounded around the lonesome grave. Oh, hard times come again no more. Oh, hard times come again no. You know when you get a big crowd of people together and they all know that song and they all sing it? I better not be the guy leading it because I'll cry. Yeah, I'll cry singing that song. It's happened. It's Caroline's fault. You out there, Caroline? No, she has a habit. She'll be strumming and singing, and she'll look up at me, and I'll just be like, "Ah!" It's great in the middle of a crowd. Next card is scary. How are we gonna do this? All right, Jazz wild card. It says wild card because there are other ones that specify early swing or Dixieland, or so yeah, it's dealer's choice. Gosh, what am I gonna do? What did I do? What did I do? What an unusual view. I have been wanting to do Mood Indigo lately, because Duke Ellington is the god of American music. You know, you can keep John Philip Sousa. It's okay. I mean, he's lovely. But, and I'll even give you, like, you can have James Brown. Like, I love him, but I'll give them all up if Duke Ellington is the only one who stands as America's composer. What goes down on the golden plaque that aliens find when they land on the burning cinder of this continent. If it's just Duke Ellington, that's okay too. Gonna do it in G. I'm always a little confused about whether there's a verse chorus. Like, I guess there's a bridge which is made out of the verse. So if you're following along, good luck. Like, I don't think it's difficult. I think it is basically a blues, just, yeah, it goes a few other places. You ain't been blue. No, no, no. You ain't been blue till you've had that mood indigo. Oh, that feeling goes stealing down to my shoes while I sit and sad go long blues. get that mood indigo since my lover said goodbye. Oh, in the evening when the lights are low, I'm so lonesome I could cry. 'Cause there's nobody who cares about me. I'm just a poor soul, bluer than blue could be. Oh, and I get that mood indigo, I could lay me down and die. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. What? We got like 10 minutes more? What do you say? Go a full hour? Why not? Pick another card? Pick another card? Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Now I gotta represent. 'Cause I'm living in the Yankee land. Living in the Yankee land. Anybody who's strayed upon this and doesn't know who I think I am, my name is Ian Moore, and I live in the lower Hudson Valley. So that's not New York City, because I cannot imagine having to scrounge the nickels to live in the town of my birth, New York City. I was born and raised there. Bless all my friends who still do. Yeah, not a town for a street musician wannabe country mouse. But my parents live up here, and that's why you see me here. Yankee fiddle tunes, huh? What do we got? Oh, yeah, let's get weird. We're going to get weird, all right? We're going to get weird, all right? There's so many fiddle tunes that span both the South and the North. So I'm going to avoid that and do something just so idiosyncratically Yankee. Gonna play a waltz, but it ain't a waltz. It ain't any waltz. It's a 5-step waltz. What does that mean? It means when the waltz came out, it was like sexy. It was amazing. Everybody wanted a piece of it, but it was difficult. 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We don't have 3 legs, so that dance was just, I guess it was confusing to some people because they needed an extra 2 beats to get back on their 1, 2, 3. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got interested in this when I was working with a ballet company, and I knew that the choreographer liked odd timing. You know, let's play with rhythm, let's get weird. If we're gonna do a bunch of hillbilly tunes, let's have something a little bit off the beaten 1, 2, 1, 2. So we did this 5-step waltz. That was Terpsichore Theater of Dance, Asheville's finest, Miss Heather Malloy directing. And they did a piece to this. Oh, wow. Now that I've talked it up, let's see if I can even... It's in the key of F. So, for anybody who wants to strum along at home, yeah, I'm a really nice guy. Nope, that's not it. That's a regular waltz. Right, there we go. Yeah, that was as weird as it sounds. And yet quaint and pretty. And Yankee, so that comes from the repertoire of Melly Dunham, who was an odd little character. He was an old gent that Henry Ford dug up because he was looking for a square dance fiddler, and Melly Dunham was from Maine. He was a Mainer, so you don't get much more Yankee land than Maine. And yeah, he had odd little quirky, he had some Varsovians, I believe, and mazurkas and schottisches. He had some real old-timey ballroom, dance hall kind of stuff in his repertoire. So yeah, I dug that. And I finally got it at the end there, so I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, all right, so thanks to randomness, the next card is Fiddle Tune Southern. So let's do something that I should know better, because I, after all, purport to have been in Appalachia for the last couple decades. What do I want to do? Let's go to A. You don't know old little Liza Jane. She lives way down in Baltimore, oh, little Liza Jane. Whoa, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Whoa, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Posies grow, oh, little Liza Jane. She's got a flock of chickens just a pecking round the door, oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Been down by the river just drinking gin, oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Oh, Eliza, little Liza Jane. Yeah. Aw. I haven't played that in a while, I feel like. So yeah, I guess I'm busking here on the internet. If you felt like throwing a man a dollar bill, here's how you can do it. Ian Moore plays fiddle at bandcamp.com. If you go there, there's a bunch of albums. Some of them are a little odd. My most like serious folklore, folk music one lately has been something called Jenny Pluck Pears. Nice green cover. I like it. I like it. I drew it. Me. I like it. You should like it too. Check it out. If there's a song on there you say, oh, that's great, buy it for $1. Can be as cheap as $1. You could buy it for $20 if you wanted, or you could buy the whole album. I think that comes to $7. So you get like 12, 13 tunes for $7. That's a deal, right? Or if you felt like being a real chum, go ahead and buy it for $11,780. Because I really need to find $11,780. My hour's up. Thank you so much. Cheers. Good travels. Love you all. True dat.